In our experience, what is the conviction rate of cases filed under domestic violence? I listen to this question and variations of this question, and I always laugh. No matter how many times, I don't know, for some reason, eh, I don't really blame people for thinking that domestic violence act means this is a criminal case, because people refer to the FIR, the criminal offenses registered against them, they think that's domestic violence. They look at the domestic violence case registered against them, they think this is the police criminal case. Perhaps the parliament should make it something like remedy civil compensation for domestic incidents act instead of this domestic violence act, because it constantly confuses people with good reason. So when someone says what is the conviction rate under cases of domestic violence, they are saying if a criminal case is registered against me, what will be the conviction rate? Criminal cases are not registered of domestic violence because there is no offense of domestic violence in this country. Indian Penal Code and subsequently the BNS, offenses which are usually filed by the wife against the husband and her family are cruelty for the purpose of dowry, criminal breach of trust that her jewelry was kept, and then several other ancillary offenses such as perhaps outraging modesty, words, gestures to outrage modesty, criminal intimidation, etc. are used. The conviction rate in these criminal cases is abysmally low. In my experience, I would say about 1% of all FIRs, once the FIR is registered and everything transpires after 5, 10, 15 years of the case, the trial going on, there would be about a 1, 2, 3% conviction in these cases. Now, domestic violence case, which is the civil remedy which I was talking about, what is the conviction? There is no conviction. There is only provisions of compensation, protection orders, residence orders, maintenance orders, which are there envisaged under the Domestic Violence Act. And even here, I would say the initial interim remedy, no matter how good or bad the proof submitted by the wife, no matter how good or bad the proof of the husband or his family members, a lot of times interim reliefs are given unless you as the husband are very, very strongly opposing them using many legal strategies. And then ultimately, after the interim relief is granted by the court, usually the parties sit down on the table and settle the matter. What does that tell you about the system? A lot of problems, but that's what it is.